Okay, so for everybody watching this, I've gotten a few emails about the radiator kits that I was going to have for sale, and I'm just going to come out and tell you, I messed up when I was going to make these radiator kits. What I did was I took all the money that I had and I actually started buying Aprilia, Mille, Tuono, and Falco parts, and I didn't realize how long of a project this KTM 525 was going to be. If you watch my videos or go to my KTM 525 playlist, you will see I've got over 40 videos on that ATV now. I had no idea I was going to get this far into it. I'm to the point working on it now that everything that comes apart needs to be fixed, replaced, and maintenance. So I decided to go ahead and basically rebuild the ATV, which is putting a damper on the stuff that I was going to sell and set up the website. What this video is this is just, I'm going to show you the finished prototype for the radiator kits that I have, and the radiators, the silicone hoses. This is going to be for the Polaris Outlaw 500 and 525. I've got the radiators. I'm only going to have 5 sets for the 525 and 5 sets for the 500 because I had to pay what's called a mold fee on the silicone hoses, which is not cheap. Anybody that has anything produced. So you're going to have the radiator silicone hoses. I sourced the thermostats. I've got the clamps in. I've got the radiator cap I want to use in, which I'm not real sure, but I'm probably going to throw it in with a bundle. I've got all the brand new bolts that you're going to need to do this. On the 525, I'm going to include a new crankcase breather tube that will go from the engine to the carburetor. And I think that's about it. So basically, I'm not selling parts, I'm selling a kit. And the reason I'm selling a kit is because that's what I would run. I'm going to go ahead and go to some clips here. If you've watched my videos, what I had to go through when I bought a silicone hose kit that I had to modify, and they sent me a radiator that didn't even have the right thermostat size bung for the thermo switch. I had to modify it, so we'll go to clips of that here real quick. Okay, I've about got the hole tapped. Once the hole is tapped, the resistance, this thing will just go right in. However, if you are going to do this at home, I would recommend not putting that fan on, because if I remember right, once I get farther down into the hole, my tool was actually hitting the radiator fan there. And what we're going to do with our frayed ends is just burn them down. And as you can see, that caused me to have my own kits made, which is actually a good thing. The one process that people need to understand about these kits is, you know, I just didn't go with a manufacturer. I ordered radiators from 4 companies, and then I ordered multiple samples from these companies. Then we went back and forth on what can you do to customize these for me. And then I had to get customized samples in, and then I had to approve the samples, and then I had to make a decision who I was going to use. And then after I made the decision of who I was going to use, I now have to purchase a quantity of these radiators, and then I have to have a box design per government regulations to notify the customer of what's in the box. I actually have the boxes here. I'm going to do another video once all the parts are in. On the box, you have to identify what's in it, contents, the unit sizes, the measurements, the weight. You have to have who it's manufactured by, who it's distributed by, and I have to have an address, which I opened up a P.O. box so I wouldn't have my home address on there. And yeah, you have to have all the safety stuff and everything good to go for these to hit the market. All these radiators that you see on eBay, dude, are just mass produced. I'm not going to tell you that they're junk, but they're mass produced, and some of them ain't even made right. I have the Aprilia radiators. These were the first samples that I got, and I didn't like the way that they did the drain, so I modified the drain, And then when I had the original post piece, this is the radiator mount piece for the radiator, and this is from a manufacturer, and it doesn't even fit into the holes that this mounts on. So I emailed him, I said, dude, I said the quality's good, the welds are good, everything's good, but you made the post wrong. He said, well, what are you talking about? We made the post wrong. I said, you made the post wrong. I literally had to send them the correct radiator with the post dimensions because they made the post wrong. And people just don't realize how much money this stuff costs. This stuff costs a lot of money to do this kind of stuff. There's if you get on the internet and look at like Amazon drop shippers and stuff, those people just buy quantity and they send it to Amazon, let Amazon deal with it. They don't care about the quality. I'm actually branding this stuff toward Torrent Performance, and I'm not going to get into it, but I understand the buying and the selling aspect of it. And yeah, I'm wanting to actually make a brand, but here's the deal, and I just know I'm going to get the support from this, is you're going to have to buy the whole kit. So now that I've jibber jabbered enough, I'll show you what I've got going on. So on this radiator, one of the main problems that you have with the 525 is the heat, and there's a lot of manufacturers of these air guards. And if you watch my videos, I actually have Wrath Racing air guards on there right now. But I found a guy in Illinois that's been in business, I don't know how many years. He said like 14 years or whatever. And I said, just send me a set. And he sent me a set, and I compared them to the Wrath Racing, and I said, dude, you could hit a tree with these and wouldn't bend these. These are made out of much thicker aluminum. And you know, the guy worked for Caterpillar, and my dad worked for Caterpillar, and I said, you know what, I'd like to do business with you. So what I agreed upon is I'm not going to third party have these produced. These are actually produced by HEPA ATV. You can go to his website, hepatv.com, and these are going to be included with my kit. He makes a lot of stuff. He's got Razor stuff, he's got YFZ 450 stuff, he's got Predator stuff, he's got a lot of stuff, and he's custom making me these for the Outlaw ATV. So what you're going to get is you're going to get an oversized radiator, dual core radiator, customized with my logo. You're going to get air scoops to pull the air into the four-wheeler. On the back side here, you're going to get, for the 525, I have custom made silicone hoses for the thermostat. You're going to get the hoses and the thermostat. You're not going to get the thermostat housing like is here. There will be a bottom line. You will probably more than likely get an inline cooler as well, which is a little aluminum piece which will go on this bottom line into the engine to also help cut heat. You're going to get a radiator guard. You are not going to get the coolant tank. I have some of this 2-ply hose from some other projects that I had, which I'm not real sure I'm going to add, because this really needs to be a clear hose so you can see when the fluid's going in and going out of the coolant tank while you're running it or trying to flush and fill the system. Now, here's one of the things that will not be included, and I'm going to tell you why. This is an aftermarket SPAL fan from one of the manufacturers. I have it listed on my Amazon links. I can't get these people to work with me on quantity of these. And the other issue with these fans is they advertise that you have to upgrade your fuse. Well, the Outlaw 525 runs a crazy fuse that costs about $60, and you can only get it from the Polaris manufacturer. And I have not tested this fan. I just got the carburetor on the ATV and got the four-wheeler running, and when the fan kicked on, it killed the battery. So I kind of had a bad battery, but if I have to upgrade the fuse to run this fan, I'm not going to run this fan. It may work, it may not, but I'm not going to have time to test it to find out. So I will leave a link below, and if you want to purchase one on your own, you can purchase one on your own. Also will be a temperature cap for your radiator. I have a custom-made Torrent Performance cap that I had made. That's the style I wanted. I'm going to include one of these temperature caps. Now, these temperature caps are going to be used at your own discretion. Some people like them, some people don't. They are a higher bar cap. They're 1.8, and I believe the other cap was a 1.6 or 1.3 cap. So you're going to be increasing the pressure, which is going to allow this fluid to get hotter. But I have seen some negative things on these caps. So it's going to be at your own discretion on running this cap or not. I am more than likely going to have this cap as a free feature, but this is it. So this is the radiator that you can basically get, and you included will be, you're going to get new screws for these 4 screws for the mount. I'm going to suggest not running the cover unless you run deep woods. On the back side, you will get 3 new bolts for your fan, and you're going to get the bolts, I believe, to mount your coolant tank. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to source these 2 screws here. They're real funny screws if you take them off and look at them. I can get them, I can now buy OEM Polaris parts direct from the manufacturer because I signed up, and I can now get OEM parts for basically all the brands of stuff. And they want $4 a screw, you know, and I just don't know if I want to do that. And also I have contacted another manufacturer of rubber mounts for your post. So hopefully on the next video I'll have these posts, the rubber mounts for this post, so you'll be all new. So you're basically going to get a new radiator, new silicone hoses, new thermostat, new air scoops, new bolts, and new cap. And if you have a 525, you'll get the oil crankcase breather tube, and if you have a 500, then you'll just get the regular silicone hoses and the correct 500 thermostat. But yeah, I really need y'all's support on this because I'd really like to get in the business of this. If you look at my description and all my videos below, I'm kind of getting away from YouTube. I don't really like the politics of YouTube, and I don't get to say what I want to say, so I'm kind of transferring all my videos over to, I'm going to Rumble, I'm also going to Odysee, I'm going to BitChute, and for social media, I've decided to get back on social media. I'm going to get back on Gab. I was on Facebook a few years ago, but with my work as a janitor, I used to work for, I'll just say the state, and the state had, I know what they do with Facebook and social media, and I don't like it. So if they want to spy on you, they're going to spy on you. It's open source media. They got secret contracts with these companies. That's what one of the big problems in this country is right now, is you have all these alternate platforms that aren't the main platforms. Well, the government doesn't have these secret backdoor contracts into these other platforms, so they have to hack the platforms, and when they hack the platforms, there has to be a reason that they hack the platforms, and if they hack the platforms, then they have to have a reason, and the reason is it's going to be for domestic terrorists, which I'm not real sure how I feel about all that stuff. But YouTube, I really don't make a lot of money on YouTube, and if you can support me through super thanks, if my videos help you, that'd be great. I'd really like to start getting some more super thanks, and I'm going to be changing my content around this year. It's just, yeah, it's been real slow. It's been a real rough couple years, and getting this stuff made in these products, it's not, I could have just went to the bank and borrowed the money, but everybody I know that goes to the bank and just borrows the money to start a business, well, when you borrow the money to start a business, you have to make payments every month. So I have basically taken all the additional income that I have and I've put into this. So I'm doing this without without anybody's help. I'm cash flowing the business. So when these kits sell, this profit and this money actually is mine. It's not going off to a third party. And yeah, so I haven't set any prices. I've got to break all that down. I'm hoping by the first quarter of this year, I'll have the website and have everything going. I'm really hoping the website is going to start with the Outlaw, and hopefully I'll have the Aprilla radiator kits in. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and I will give you an update once everything's here. I've got to figure out how to package everything and get it all shipped as efficiently as possible. And I have the one thing that I had them print 500 of these. These are the warranty cards, because I have to offer a warranty by law. And these warranty cards look really good, and I had them I had my guy that works on all my YouTube stuff design all this. But the problem is, I don't know what they did when they printed it. They must have had to retype this up. There are so many. There's an English transition problem with the people I'm dealing with. So yeah, these cards basically cannot be used because of the typos and spacing incorrectly. So, you know, it wasn't very much money, so we'll just write it off on taxes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's an update, and I hope y'all purchase it. And if these videos help you out, help support me through super thanks. And that's pretty much it. I'm out of here.